Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator Rome, where we've got this war in the bag. We just need to go capture this capital over here, which it looks like our feudatories are actually on the job. So let's just go ahead and fall back to somewhere where we don't take attrition. It'd be nice. And you can fall back to somewhere where we don't take attrition as well. We're going to need to build some roads in our new territories, to be sure, and we used up our basically entire buffer. In fact, we did use our entire buffer of manpower, so we're going to have to do something about that as well. But we've almost got this. As soon as this save is done. There we go. 100% war score. So for peace, we are going to separate peace Lepantia. We're going to take all their things. And all their toys. And all their everything. Excellent. Okay, so let's go ahead and send that. They are separate piecing. And then the question is, do we need popularity? We actually kind of do still. So we're going to go ahead and put them to the sword. Excellent. Get some more popularity that way. And then, as far as all this goes, I mean, we go down to here. There's actually not much of a border there in terrain map mode, is there? We're like the same color. I mean, maybe I'm just colorblind, but Kataguria's gotta go, clearly. You guys like us? Not a lot. We can maybe vassalize them, though, later on. For now, we can get a tech, so let's go ahead and get... Wrong culture group happiness? Sure, why not? We also need a governor for Germania Superior. And we don't have a scorned family. So we'll just get the guy who's best. There we go. Let's actually send this guy back up to this fort. We're going to need to build roads. With regard to forts, I feel like this fort is well placed. I also feel like we need a fort here, but we can't build one unless we ditch a training camp. But it's disloyal, so we can't build one currently. And then one over here would be super good as well. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then leave the remaining forts. And then we'll just need to build roads through this territory over here. And we also need to get out of this war with Venice. So let's go ahead and sue for peace with them. And we are just going to take their everything, as well as all of their money. How much money do they have? 199? Okay. We'll take it. Good. More Romans. Lose 100 civic power, but 20% of them will become Roman. That is, in my opinion, 100% worth it. So we now have a popularity of 84. So we actually still need to boost our popularity a little bit. Okay, so looking at this, I feel like the fort here is now irrelevant. I feel like the fort here is also irrelevant. But the fort here, well, we need a fort here. This province is loyal, so let's go ahead and destroy the training camp and build a fort there. Excellent. Okay. So we do need to start building some roads. So I'm going to take this legion over to here. And then we're just going to build with 2 legions for now. This legion is done building their road, so that's good. And we're going to get a lot of attrition from building this. So that's something we're just going to have to take. Hopefully, we won't be losing quite as many men as we are right now. That would be nice. But we certainly need to get some roads up. Also, let's take a look at these provinces here. In Raetia, we are currently on cultural assimilation. That's a good one. And in Germania Superior, we are on local autonomy. We should go to cultural assimilation. There we go. And then let's check down over here. So Magna Graecia is... Actually, the Cania here is primarily Roman now. They still do have one Lucanian culture. Primary. Okay. But realistically, I kind of feel like they're the culture group, right? So that's okay. I think we can go ahead and switch to, say... We could go to acquisition of wealth. What do we want our standard one to be, though? I feel like religious conversion just isn't that important. Especially since most of these areas are Hellenic anyway. So I think acquisition of wealth is a decent default, realistically. Campania is currently on local autonomy. Let's switch that over to acquisition of wealth. Eternum. Okay, Vicentium. These guys are all Latin culture group. So I think they're fine. So, like, when we're in cultural map mode, if they're a different color, then we've got a problem. If they're not a different color, then I kind of don't know that I care, because we're the correct culture group, right? And I mean, eventually they're going to switch to Roman. Theoretically. That's going to be a Roman freeman following the Hellenic faith, despite the fact that they are dominant culture Etruscan. Whereas this up here would be a Lepontic tribesman following the Druidic faith. Okay. So yeah, like, these up here should obviously be on cultural assimilation. So, like, Arminium here? Cultural assimilation, obviously. Ferraria, cultural assimilation. These guys are Venetic, which is a Latin culture group. So, like, yeah, I think overall, these are Ligurian over here. So yeah, the question is, do we care about wrong cultures if they're within the correct culture group? And I'm not sure that we do. Now, that said, this down here obviously still needs to be working on cultural assimilation. But this up here, I think is fine to be on acquisition of wealth. And this is Carthaginian down here. But I think we're fine to be on acquisition of wealth here. For now, anyway. And the same thing here. At least until we take these territories. Now, this is still Sicily, so I think we should continue cultural assimilation there, as well as there. And everywhere else up here should obviously be in cultural assimilation mode. But otherwise, I think that's pretty good. So, we are going to build a road from Latibrigia, basically due south, and then one over here, and then one over here. As far as Venice goes, I think we'll just build a road up this coast, and we'll use this legion to do it. Okay, you are now in position, so go ahead and build a road. You are also in position, so go ahead and build a road. And you are also in position, so just build a road up the coast. Up the coast, straight to the fort. And that will allow us to move our troops just so much faster. We do have a big deficit on civic power to make up, but we'll get there. Okay, so realistically, we are still losing manpower to attrition, kind of, actually. Right now we're going to be gaining manpower, and I'm paused for no particular reason that I can think of anyway. Cambodunum. Wait, you're unclaimed. There's nobody there. Interesting. 50 oratory power or 500 gold? I will take the oratory power. Thank you very much. So we would need to be able to colonize this from here or here. There are currently 7 pops in both. Actually, 8 pops in Vimania. Interesting. They would be able to do it right now, theoretically. The Categorian Caturigan? Whatever. These guys' civil war just ended. Good for them. I'm sure they're happy about that. But we have a lot of roads to build. And I think we're going to be banking a tiny amount of manpower, maybe, each month. Like, we're going to be making a small amount of progress. But once we get these roads finished up, that won't be a thing anymore. And I think we really, really do need to go after Caturigia over here. Caturigia. Just because they're the same color as us. And that simply can't stand. They'd be a good vassal, actually. Looking at them here. They've got these little bits that are way out here, which is a little awkward. I mean, I don't think they would just become our vassal. Hello, what is this? Sure. Barbarians? Where are they going? Okay. We can deal with them basically immediately. You can continue building your fancy little road. And the barbarians are beaten. And continue building a road. And return somewhere where you don't take attrition. And you know what? We don't need army maintenance. Get out of here, army maintenance. Making 61 a month. I like it. Of course, we're going to be taking heavy attrition up here now that it's winter. So that's something we're going to have to consider. That said, we are definitely expanding. The question is, do we want to fight Carthage next? Our truce with them is up in... I can never remember. Okay, the Olive Branch is up in 4 years. Here's the thing. Stability takes religious power, right? So, how much religious power would it take to boost from -3 to 0? We would lose 5, so it would be at, actually I think -2? Yeah, I know our country is in perfect stability. I want to know what the cost would actually be. Doesn't say. That's unfortunate. Okay, this road is constructed, so we're going to go ahead and build one from here to here for now. But we're also going to have to build one from here to here, because this is going to connect up here. but then this is going to connect up this way. So that will be necessary. But we definitely need to fight Carthage. Put a stop to all this that's going on. They've basically got North Africa, other than, like, Egypt, on lockdown. And we're gonna have to stop that. We need to choose sides, or should we not? 60 conviction for a religious faction. Or we could lose 10 oratory power, and he gains 60 populist faction conviction. Well, he's already pretty loyal. He's losing loyalty a little bit, but that's mostly because he's not the same faction. He's content in life. I think that there's no reason to interfere. I think that we already basically have what he's upset about, right? He's already not in the same faction. So I think it's completely fine. So of course, the next question is, once again, do we go to war with Carthage, or do we go to war with somebody else? I don't know. However, it is time to put a cut in here, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, maybe we'll come to that conclusion. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.